Welcome to Fantasy Hockey Debate. Today I will be debating whether or not Erik Karlsson is worth drafting in the first round or not. When deciding whether or not to draft a player in the first round, you need to consider a few things. Is the player you are going to draft going to put up points consistently? 2, can I find a substitute for the player at a later round? 3, if I pick this player in the first round, is it worth passing up the other great star players that are? Erik Karlsson is a superstar and a very special player because he puts up forward-like numbers as a defenseman. But is it worth picking him in the first round just because he puts up forward-like numbers? Let's take a look at Erik Karlsson's numbers from the last 2 seasons. Erik Karlsson had 16 goals and 82 points last season, along with 26 power play points. That's about a point a game. Only 5 players in the NHL last season averaged over a point a game. Those players were Jamie Benn, Patrick Kane, Sidney Crosby, Joe Thornton, and Erik Karlsson. In 2014-15, Karlsson had 66 points and 30 power play points. When you look at the stats that Karlsson had put up the last 2 seasons, it is better than most forwards in the NHL. Of all the players that you may consider taking in the first round ahead of Karlsson, all the players that you would consider taking are in the top 5. Afterwards, you can make a case to pick Erik Karlsson after the top 5 are gone. I'll explain why I say that. In the top 5, this year you have Kane, Ovechkin, Crosby, Benn, and McDavid. Those guys are all going in the top 5, and none of these players are going to slip out of the top 5. Then you have Tarasenko, Stamkos, Gaudreau, Pavelski, Tavares, Sagan, Burns, Giroux, Perry, and Kuznetsov. These players are all ranked ahead of Karlsson. I would definitely take Karlsson over Gaudreau, Perry, Kuznetsov, Giroux, Pavelski, Burns, and Sagan just because he's injured. Now you have Tarasenko, Stamkos, and Tavares left, who should be first-round picks. Depending on how many teams are in your league and how many defensemen you need, you definitely can make an argument for picking Erik Karlsson in the first round. If you're in a 12-team league, Erik Karlsson may go after Tarasenko and Stamkos and Tavares because he puts up so many points. I typically don't like to draft defensemen early in the drafts. However, if it's a defenseman like Erik Karlsson, it may be worth it. Next, I will be debating how early you should draft Austin Matthews.